Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I will be explaining about electric arc welding or simply arc welding process. So what is welding? Welding is a metal joining process where we join two similar or dissimilar metals by applying heat or without heat, by the help of pressure or without pressure, and by adding filler metal or without adding filler metal. This is welding process. So the category of electric arc welding or simply arc welding is fusion welding process. So here we don't apply any kind of pressure, only apply heat, and by the application of heat the parent metal fuses and after solidification we get the welding joint. So this is electric arc welding. Here we get the heat from the electric arc or the simply arc. The arc fuses the metal and we get the solid welding joint. Here the arc creates about near 6000 to 800 degrees Celsius. So this is electric arc welding. So electric arc welding is a fusion welding process where metals are joined by the heat of an electric arc. The arc is struck between the electrode and the workpiece. The heat melts both the base metal and the electrode, and on cooling a strong joint is formed. So this is electric arc welding. So what are the principles of arc welding? So when the electrode tip touches and is quickly withdrawn from the workpiece and arc is established. Let's elaborate this. So this is electrode and these are the parent metals. When we want to start the electric arc welding process, so we have a machine called welding machine. The welding machine may be AC powered or DC powered. If the welding machine is AC powered, then we have to use rectifier to convert the AC into DC. So we have a positive pole and a negative pole. Let the positive pole is connected to the workpiece and negative pole is connected to the electrode. Here when we supply power to the machine and when we strike the electrode on the workpiece, a small gap remains and the gap ionizes and the circuit completes itself. The circuit completed. When the circuit is completed, a spark or an arc is created here, and the arc generates near about 6000 to 8000 degrees Celsius heat. By this heat, the parent metals or the metals we want to join melts with the electrode or with the filler metal and mixes, and after solidification we get the welding joint. So this is the arc welding or electric arc welding. This is the oldest method of welding process. So this arc produces intense heat near about this Celsius, this heat on about 8000 degrees Celsius. I told earlier, the heat melts the edges of the metal pieces and the electrode fusing them together. So this is the principle of electric arc welding. After welding, the welding bead looks like this. Here we can use the consumable electrode or the non-consumable electrode. So when we use consumable electrode, that means the electrode melts with the parent metals and mixes with them. And if we use non-consumable electrode, then the electrode doesn't melt or doesn't fuse with the parent metal. So here we can use two kinds of electrode, consumable electrode and non-consumable electrode. And not only that, when the electrode is coated with something, despite of metals, the electrode is coated with something that is called coated electrode. And if there is no coating, that is called bare electrode. So here we use the coated electrode, borax coated electrode. Borax coated electrode. This is electrode and we have the borax on it. When the electrode melts, the metal melts, the borax also melt. The borax is lighter than metal, so the metal mixes, the metals of filler rod mixes with the parent metal, and the borax creates one layer on the welding joint. So this layer helps the weldment to remain separate from the atmosphere. So it creates a shield type, and after solidification we get a welding joint, and we have to remove this. This is called slag. The red portion is called slag. This slags helps the welding joint remain separate from atmosphere, the atmospheric H2O and O2, and also helps to cool slowly. For that, the welding joint remains safe from crack or any kind of defects. So it helps a lot. The coated electrode helps a lot. The coated electrode creates a shield. So this is the principle of electric arc welding. So what are the equipment used in electric arc welding? So firstly we need power source. The power source can be AC or DC, any kind of power source. If we want to use AC power source, then we have to use rectifier to convert the AC into DC. And if we use DC power source, we don't need any kind of rectifier. AC welding transformer or DC generator. Next, provides required current 50 to 500 ampere. The current is very high, 50 or 500 ampere, and the voltage is very low, maybe 30 to 50 volt. The ampere is very high and the current is very low, and we need electrode, consumable flux coated electrode or non-consumable electrode. So consumable electrode melts and provides filler metal, and non-consumable electrode may be like carbon or tungsten, and it only carries the arc, it doesn't melt. Next, electrode holder. We need electrode holder, is like clamps and insulates electrode. Next we want work clamp or called earthing, which we connect with the parent metal. And we need welding cable, flexible insulated cover cables, and we need personal protective equipments, that's helmet, gloves, apron, goggles, etc. So these are the equipments we required to do the arc welding process. So this is the setup of arc welding process. This is power source or welding machine. Here we can see this is negative pole and this is positive pole. This is the cable, this is also cable. This is the earth clamp. The earth clamp will be connected to the workpiece, and this is electrode holder. The electrode holder holds the electrode. So here the electrode holder is connected to the negative pole and earth clamp is connected to the positive pole. So when we strike the workpiece with the electrode, then the circuit completes, and we maintain a gap of 2 to 3 millimeters. This gap may be 2 to 3 millimeters. When the gap is 2 to 3 millimeters and the angle of electrode with the workpiece is near about 70 to 75 degree, the welding will be perfect welding. So the gap we have to maintain 2 to 3 millimeter, and the angle with the workpiece to the electrode we have to maintain it 70 to 75 degree. So the welding will be a perfect welding. So we have to be skilled to conduct this welding process. So these are the setup of electric arc welding process. So what are the advantages of arc welding process? This is simple and portable process. We have portable electric arc welding machine. So this is very portable. Can weld ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Economical compared to other welding processes. Produces strong and durable joints. These are some disadvantages or limitations. Requires skilled operator. I have told earlier we have required the skilled operator or skilled welder. Next, generates harmful rays and fumes. So safety needed. Not suitable for very thin sheets. Thin sheet is not suitable for electric arc welding because of distortion, and the thin sheets can get big holes when we want to welding it. Slag removal needed because we use flux coated electrode, so after welding we have to remove the slags. Next, the applications of this arc welding. In structural steel fabrication, shipbuilding and railway coaching manufacturing, pipelines and pressure vessels, repair and maintenance of different kinds of machinery, we use electric arc welding process. So in this video I have discussed about applications, limitations, advantages, the equipments used in electric arc welding process, the principle of arc welding process, and the definition of electric arc welding process. Thank you for watching this video. For more updates, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon.